June 4, 2004. A quiet town in Colorado becomes the stage for a one-man war. Not with guns, not with bombs, but with a custom-built bulletproof bulldozer. This is the story of the Killdozer. Marvin Heemeyer wasn't a violent man. By all accounts, he was a skilled welder, a respected business owner, and a quiet resident of Granby, Colorado. But beneath the surface, a storm was brewing. It all began with a zoning dispute. Marvin purchased 2 acres of land in 1992, intending to build a muffler shop. But soon, the town's decision to approve a concrete plant next door would change everything. Heemeyer fought the decision. He argued that the dust and the limited access road would cripple his business. He filed lawsuits, attended meetings, and appealed to local officials. But every door was closed. To Marvin, this wasn't just bureaucracy. It was betrayal. And by 2003, he began a new project. In secret. Inside a small shed, Marvin began converting his Komatsu D355A bulldozer into a war machine. He reinforced it with layers of steel and quickset concrete. He installed multiple surveillance cameras wired to screens inside. And he added 3 rifles aimed through custom ports. The cabin had no exit hatch. Once he sealed himself inside, there would be no coming out. On June 4, 2004, Marvin lowered the steel shell over himself and started the engine. The Killdozer rolled out of his shed and into the streets of Granby. He targeted 13 buildings, including the town hall, the former mayor's home, the local newspaper office, and the very concrete plant he had fought so hard against. Police fired dozens of rounds. SWAT teams deployed. Explosives were even considered. But nothing could penetrate the bulldozer's armor. After hours of destruction, the Killdozer got stuck in the basement of a hardware store. With law enforcement closing in, Marvin Heemeyer took his own life with a handgun. The damage totaled over $7 million, yet no civilians were harmed. Marvin was the only fatality. To some, he was a domestic terrorist. To others, a folk hero who stood up to corruption. His story remains polarizing to this day, but the questions linger. What drives a man to build his own tank and declare war on his town? And how many others walk the edge of that same line? What history forgets is how close it always is to boiling over. Thanks for watching. For more untold stories from the shadows of history, subscribe to What History Forgot.